All right, welcome folks. We're again back into Panzer Corps 2. My name is Daz Tactic and I'll be taking you through this continuing campaign of Panzer Corps 2, which has been quite fun actually. I did actually lose the one that we're replaying at the moment, so we'll get into that one. This is going to be pretty much the I guess the last of these live streams before launch, which is coming out in about 5 days' time. So it's sort of we're at the pointy end now, the pointy end of the stick before the actual launch of the game. So I thought I'd actually I should just load up the game, I guess. But there is if there's any questions that anyone actually has, then just sing out. I'll answer what I can. There's certain things that I don't know. Well, there's a lot of things I don't know, but I will try to sort of answer any sort of things. There's still some work that has to be done, like in these 5 days from the version that I've got. You can see down there I've got version 1.0.1, which is a review build. So this is actually the build now for the for reviewers, etc. And so it's pretty much all in place. I can sort of show what's in here if you sort of want to have a quick look at different things. Like, for example, if we go to new game, you've got the tutorials. The campaigns are like you've got like a lot of, I think there's something like 60 different scenarios, like in the Wehrmacht campaign. And so I'm thinking that the German campaign will be what this one is all about. I'm assuming that I know that there's at least 2 other DLCs on the card, so I'm assuming that will be, for example, like the Allied forces and the Russian forces would sort of come through in those sorts of things as well. But having said that, you can still actually go on and do other things anyway. Hi guys, I can see a lot of people saying hello there. Anyway, we're just going to, so we've been playing Poland. And not doing it all that effectively at the moment, but we're still only, I don't know how many scenarios we're in actually. We haven't done that many. 4, 5, like it's there's still an awful lot to go with these scenarios. Each one of these as well then is sort of just played. These are all played from the German perspective, but then you've got Barbarossa, 14 to 17. It's saying 14 to 17. It doesn't give you an exact number because the campaigns branch depending on what you actually do. So it's like there's a lot of replay value even in the actual campaigns themselves. So if you do play a campaign, you can always sort of come back. I think North Africa is about the same. Yeah, 14 to 17. Kursk is only 7 to 8, so it's a smallish campaign. And then Italy is also 7 to 8. So that's basically the stuff that's going to be coming with the game. So at this point in time, with, as I say, some DLCs. Now, I think that if you get the what is it, the definitive version or whatever it's going to be called, that will give you like the next couple of DLCs as well, I think. So Kamastara is saying, hope there will be a Finland/Winter War /continuation war DLC. Look, I wouldn't be too concerned, like the way that the game actually is structured. If I just go back to the menu, and like that's the campaign, but the scenarios, the scenarios, you're not starting with too many scenarios at this stage either. But it's so easy to build scenarios, and I don't know about like putting them together into some sort of campaign, but it is so easy to do it in this game. Like this game it's super easy using the editor. So this will be fleshed out a lot, I think, with just player scenarios. So that will be a big feature of the game, I think. And also, look, the random maps as well. Like you've got the random scenarios back in through here. Would love to see this combined into like a random campaign. That would be absolutely awesome. But this is still, I think there's still some work to be done on the random map. Well, this is my main point of interest in the game, to be honest, if I'm perfectly frank, because I love procedural generation and I like the building of the maps and so on and so forth. But there's just a few little things in here that don't quite gel properly with me just yet, so I'm hoping that will be sort of fixed prior to launch, or if not, then soon after. But this for me is certainly what I've been really so excited about, is the random map, and it is good. It is good. It's just like there's little things like, for example, not being able to limit the dates. Like it sort of just combines things from all over the place. So we really are at the pointy end of everything at this point in time. So it does build really good maps, I've got to say, right from the start there as well. Like the actual maps themselves are really quite playable. I was having a bit of a read through the notes on Steam about the game, and you've got different sort of map types as well. There is one missing from here, but it's still actually listed, and it's still actually available in the editor. It's called Archipelago, which is sort of like a whole group of little islands. So I don't think the AI plays that all that well. But these are really, really cool the way it sort of does work things out. But it does like it's a bit of a dark art trying to sort of figure out exactly how many players you're going to be playing with. Even though it says number of players 3, that doesn't actually mean anything. It's more a factor of your map size dictates how many players will be playing. So if I pick, for example, like I'll just get one started so you can see what it's like. If I go big island and just go down to medium, and if I say I only want to have 2 players, now there's I don't think it'll ever make 2 players. It'll be like 3 or 4 players. And so if I can ramp up the difficulty, which is good. I do have advanced options in here as well. So like, all sorts of different things that you can sort of establish. Some of these don't seem to be working as well. Like the commander customization for random maps doesn't appear to be working yet. So I'm hoping that will be sort of ready like for launch. Custom armies also don't seem to work. So I'll just go through. These are the sorts of things at the moment that aren't really working all that well, but everything else in Heroes, well, I haven't seen them in the random map. So I haven't been playing a lot of them recently, but I think they're the little things that still have to be sort of added into the actual game itself. So these are quite cool. These actually do then change the difficulty quite dramatically if you wanted to sort of play these, which are also a feature of what you can play in the campaigns as well. So there's a lot of crossover between everything. But if I click on play, it will then just generate the map. We won't play this, of course. I'm actually not supposed to show the random maps yet, but anyway, too late. We're doing it. Because the maps really are very, very good. Like the maps that are actually generated, they've been good for a long, long time. So hi guys, I can see a lot of other people saying hello, so welcome. Again, if you've got any questions, actually, if I do miss your questions, and I will apologise in advance for that. If I do miss your question, here we go. Actually, this one's working. It's now got 2 players. Okay. Looking good. So we've actually got, like, this is where we'd actually have our forces. So this is like a random map that's been generated. And you'll see that like it ends up with really nice little sort of choke points through different areas. This is quite a big map, so that we'd be playing against Italy in this scenario. That's the other thing. You can't pick and choose the actual who your enemy will be. Okay, well I'll take that back then about the because when I tested it the other day with this version, it was actually giving me a lot more than just 2. But maybe I hadn't reset something at that stage. So, but yeah, it's damn cool what you can actually do with this. Like incredible, actually. So these are really, really, really cool maps for fighting. Like they're very strategic, and you can change also the ratios. So anyway, this is, as I say, probably the most exciting part of this new version of the game. And they've had to change the AI because of this as well. Actually, I'm rabbiting on about stuff that that probably doesn't really matter that much to a lot of you, but for me, this is really super important. This is also why the AI had to change in the previous versions of the game. The AI would sort of like it would protect an area, and it would be scripted to say, look, if you approach this town, or if you reach this town, then release these forces, and they can then move forwards. But now the AI has to think through the whole game, so the AI has gone through dramatic changes in this particular version. Anyway, we're not going to be playing a random map. But I love this. I love what I'm seeing with the random map. I think this is going to be such a massive feature of the game. And also, because you can actually set up any of these, you don't have to set up the Germans. You can actually set up any faction that you like, particularly if you go into the editor. So, so you're not limited to just playing as the Wehrmacht in this version, this initial version of the game, other than through the campaigns. All right, let's go back to the main menu. And we'll just load up our game where we left it last time, which is this one here. And we'll load it. I've got a horrible feeling that I'm slightly outside my my difficulty level. Because we've only got 11 turns left to actually then go and take over the rest of France. And we've still got, or this part of France anyway, we've still got a fair few different areas that we have to reach. We did have a counterattack in the last episode where we fought back a counterattack, and we've now been able to fight back. But we have suffered greatly with our forces, and they're now really, really weakened a lot. So like these armoured cars are down to 2 out of 10. These are only 5. I don't know if I can bolster them at this point in time. It's going to cost. We've only got 161. You know, I think what I might do with these Panzer 3s. These are. Sorry, that's a Panzer 4. Where's my Panzer 3? There's the Panzer 3 there. That one's still got 9. Actually, that's still not too bad. God, what are we going to need? That's going to be the next thing. What are we going to need to actually get past these towns? We've still got objectives through there, back through there, down here, and then across down to here. We've got a lot to do in 11 turns. A hell of a lot. There's still more over this side. I think we'll be okay-ish back up here. We'll get Verdun this turn. And Metz is going to be a difficult prospect. We're going to need more forces across there as well. So I think I'm going to have to sort of sweep my forces around. Yeah, we've got even these sort of, like the first Grenadier is now sort of suffering. He's down to 2. This armoured car is down to 4. And we do need to start making use of these. Actually, I can do some damage there with these armoured cars. I'm really concerned though about using them. I need to get across this river. Well, let's get rid of the ones that we know we can get rid of. Like we can actually destroy this thing. Oh, it held on. So we'll get Verdun out of there. Just see if there's any other questions for me there. Yes, if you do an @DazTactic, I'll then see the questions a bit more clearly, but I will advance, as I say. A Fenord is saying it's nice to see the random maps becoming quite good in games. This is something that used to be a bit spotty in many of the past non-4X games. Yes, yeah, it is good. It's really, like for me, that's just such a big thing. I love my random maps. Now this guy over here is in range of this. I'm going to bring it up to here because there's nothing in there. We can skip on just gobbling up territory, which is good. Now this one here, we've got the Wehr infantry, which isn't going to do much. So I'm going to need to swing things down and around, I think, to start bringing these forces across. We shouldn't see too much else coming back against us in through here. Most of these aeroplanes are now outside. We can no longer hit the forces, and the only other airfield that we have that's close, we don't have anything that we can really sort of get in the middle of the map here. The only one is just a small airfield. Actually, we've got a big one here. If we can take this now, if we can get this on this turn, I can do that with this unit. It's only got 4. They will come after me though. Yeah, one's got 9. Okay. One's down to 5. A little bit of suppression. I'll move that one back. Which will then allow this one to come through. It's not going to do much. I think I'd prefer to get, God, which one are we going to upgrade? These guys here are going to have to upgrade, I think. Now, we're still, if I get the elite replacements, the cost is going to be 185. If I do that when we sort of halve our effectiveness, I think I'm going to have to do this, just get as much as I can for these different sorts of units. Now, this one's already fairly elite, so I'm going to go and grab the elite units here. It's going to cost me 122. Actually, maybe I won't. I'll leave the 10 there. I would have liked to have done more damage there. If I get the elite replacements, I get another +4. I'll take that for that one. So I can't actually, now we've only got two more points left, unless I can capture more territory. Yeah, this isn't going to be all that good. I probably should have done these, you know, just thinking about it. Let's just see if we can get a lucky shot here. Now, this is my Pioneer unit, which I really need these to be cracking through the... I don't want these to be wasting their health. Now, this one here, I've got things I can do with this as well. I really need this coming down this way. This is sort of, everything's blocked in. And I need this as well. I need this turn. How can I spot it? I'm going to move this one down. Okay, that one's encircled now. That means I can take it with something. This is my best bet to get rid of this guy. If I grab that now, I can then rebase my aircraft, and then I'll be ready for the following turns. Maybe we'll do it that way. I'm just not quite where I need to be. Let's move this one down. Just let it sort of sit out through the top there. We should be able to take this one fairly readily. And then I don't know if there was forces down through this side as well. To sort of think about what we do down there. So I've only got 10 in that group. This is just normal infantry. That's a Jugoslaga, whatever it is. I think it's the mountain troops, I think. So yeah, I didn't want to rush into there. Actually, I probably should have. You know, I'm going to do that. Sorry, I should have. Yeah, I will just do this. Do it this way. I let this one off. I do need to grab this. Actually, that didn't work. Hang on. No, sorry. I'll just go back to what I'd done. Yep. No, it's not gonna help me any other way. I always get confused with the left click. And okay, Moonin is saying yes, it's Mountaineers. So we've got that one in through there. So I do need this more than I need to get rid of this. So I'm going to have to bring this one across. Now that I can sort of see what was going on through there. I could have done that differently by moving this one in, spotted that one, then done that, and then been able to use this. But look, I'll just do it bit by bit. So we've now got this, which allows me now to go and rebase all of my aircraft. So we'll just do N. Does it work? Yep, there we go. So N is going to be the rebasing. And I think we've gotten rid of most of the air forces. Now I can even bring my Dorniers down, which because there's a big air base down through here. So this will then serve me for most of the rest of the fight. So the problem I'm going to have is now I've got a BF-109s have also taken some damage. I don't really want to have them exposed. Bring them down. I'll leave this one back up here, I think. Or I could just leave it over here for now. At least it can still do stuff if we have to have it do stuff. Alright, okay, that will do. Let's just go across to the next available unit. That's this bridging engineer. Has taken some damage, but we don't really need it anymore, so I'm just going to move it up. We're not even going to need it across here. In fact, where I'm going to need it is over here. That's where I should have brought it. In fact, I'm going to do that. I'm going to take that along that road. And this guy. Can't really get sort of super close. Their armoured cars. This thing here, we can now switch this one across. We can mount, unmount. We can switch to a different mode of operation. So we can go to the anti-tank. Down comes the turrets. So that's pretty cool, isn't it? I don't know if you saw that, but this is just a toggle. So the 88s can toggle between anti-air and anti-tank. So there we go. We'll just move that one down, and we'll move this one across into that position. And we will now just do the... Oh, wow, that was good. That was very, very good. So we did take some damage there, but so be it. So be it. Now we can't do anything with that one, so hopefully we won't be smashed by aircraft this coming turn. Can't do anything else there, but I do get a shot here. We lost a little bit there. And I can't do anything with this one just yet, but that was good. We actually managed to use the 88s fairly effectively there. Okay, so who's next? These guys are just way too sick to be able to sort of use effectively, so I'll just position them back in there. Just keep them well away from potential bombing. These guys, I do need these. Need to sort of just keep on scouting, even though it's only got four units left in it. I probably should have upgraded this one. I've just suffered too much damage. Now I do want to see if there's anything else down this way as well. So even though it's only got 2, I'll still just use it to double check that there's nothing coming our way. Okay, so we've got everything else is now moved, so we'll end our turn. Please don't let oh, here come the planes, damn it! Oh, and they've taken the advantage. It's only down to 2. That's not going to be all that effective. I don't mind this sort of attack because it weakens this one. Now, this aircraft. Okay, so we've got this one. We'll switch this one back down to anti-air. 5, we've got 9 there. God, this is going to be hit pretty hard actually. Now I've got 132 to spend. Probably what I should do. I can actually hit this one as well. We've still got the Stukas there. I've got reasonable attacks. I can get rid of a lot of the fighter craft there, and end up destroy that one completely. Can do good damage against this one. You know, I think I might take the fighters. That one there, I can do a lot of damage. So let's do that. Okay, we're going to go even with this one. One doesn't get to do anything actually. Do suffer a bit with this one. Just need to weaken them. We lost 2, unfortunately. And we've got our Stukas. I can destroy this one with Stukas, so that would be fairly useful. I can destroy that one with Stukas as well. But I can actually then now support this one. Support that attack. It's been destroyed. Then we've got the Dornier. I can start to whittle away at what it has there. Now I think I'll be able to get rid of this one fairly readily anyway. So I don't really need to focus too much on that one. But there's nothing else much to go for. Shoremont would be probably the one area that we could make good use of. Now their aircraft were all coming from this airfield. So it'd be good to race across and grab these other airfields as a matter of priority. We're going to need to get this force. Dornier, I will just go after this one, I think. Just to get rid of their ammo. Yeah, got rid of one of their ammos. The Panzer III. I can sort of do an overrun here and just keep on sort of rolling forward. I'm not going to be able to do very well against these areas, so I need to get this one, even potentially down here, to start to race south. But let's go and do the overrun here. So that's the overrun that side. And then we'll just bring this one down and get it ready for the assault on Zijon. These are the forces. I'll take that into the swamp. That way we can sort of move it across the other side. We haven't surrounded this, unfortunately. We do need to do that. I don't have very strong forces to do that, though. I think with this one, I think I can just get like a cheap replacements. I get plus, yeah, it's going to cost me 124, so it's going to cost me everything just to upgrade that. Or I can do some damage here. I don't think it's really worth it. I'll just get that back up to speed. I need to protect this, so I'll leave that one back in there, even though it's fairly weak. And we've still got the Stukas. So I'll still do other attack runs. But not much. There's not really any point in throwing these away. So I'll just leave them there for a second because we're going to be able to get a little bit more money here. Oh, hang on. Control Z. Right click. Just get that one. We get 50 for that. Move that one across. Move them down and these bridging engineers, I'll just move them across this side. Get them ready to take. We need to get across here fairly quickly to be able to get Mets, but we also need to get this as well. Yeah, maybe we just up this, I think. I'm going to get another +2. It's hard to know what to spend the money on. Yeah, by doing the weak replacements, it certainly comes backwards a lot, a long way. The elites are only getting that, get +2 for that. I'll just take them really carefully. Just make sure there's absolutely nothing down this way that can impact us. It's sort of where we need to get to. Just leave it back for now. Now this is the Pioneer group, so I'm going to move this one in behind Chaumont. That's going to be fairly important, just to get ready for the assaults. I can't attack Chaumont with this group. I need other forces to do that. We can start to at least weaken them. They're very entrenched. It's still got, can still actually go and get materials from the south. If I go to here, that's then going to block off there and there. So that should be enough. And just sort of sit in here, getting ready for the assault to the south. That should encircle it. No, it didn't. They're getting out this way as well. Okay, we will need to encircle it, but I just don't have enough firepower. Yeah, God, I'm only going to get another +2 there. I'm just going to save up what I've got. Yeah, this one doesn't have the attack at this stage. We do have the Stukas. Well, might as well use it. Oh, that's good. We got rid of one more. Unfortunately, it's I'm not going to look until I got it surrounded. I'm not going to be able to do too much. This is a little bit exposed down through here, but there shouldn't be too much else that can come back up this other side. So we're turn 12 now. We've only got 8 turns left. So okay, everyone has now moved. End our turn there. Yeah, okay. Most of them are going south. Ooh, big attacks coming in. This isn't good. Okay, so we can now start to whittle this one down. This one's now encircled. It's gonna cost us a lot here. We've got 188 to spend. Again, we're really not doing all that well. I can get into here, but then we're going to see other stuff. I wanted this one so we can see what's actually down this way. It's going to take a little while to break into here. We'll get there eventually, but it will take some time to just get through this hangar. Now our forces here. Do 2 damage there. Kill that one off. Let's just start to whittle this one down. Down to 3 there now. The Stuka's in a bad way. It's BF-109. Okay, this one now can't move for whatever reason. He's, or not for whatever reason. I really stupidly just went with a very like a random selection of my commander, and one of them was that there's a random chance that you're not going to be able to fire, and it's been a real problem for the whole game. I can do, yeah, it's not going to help me. Not going to help me there. This will though. Hang on, why didn't that work? Why can't I get there? Okay, now I'm not sure why I can't reach that one. Now our Dornier through here. I do want to keep on hitting this one. Just to keep on trying to get rid of the ammo. There's still got a lot of ammo in there. I am going to have to fix this one up. Yeah, I'm just going to have to do it just to keep it surrounded. That's now the most important of the units. There's really nothing else down this side. I wanted to just make sure there was nothing here. I don't want it to be spotted by anything. If I just leave it back in there, it should be fairly safe. Okay, so back in through this side. We still don't have that one surrounded. If I just move this one over. Again, this is the one that also decided it didn't have an attack. Okay, we've weakened it. I don't have anything that can actually take it on. These Stukas, with nothing to really fire at. It's not going to help me. Just Control Z, right click. I'll let them have one more attack from Troyes, and then we'll leave that one. Got 17 left. I don't think I can do anything with that one. No, whoops. Just leave that one back there. This one here, we're going to be wanting to get this one across. I think it can be seen, so I'll just move that across to there to start with. Leave this as a blocking force back on the other side. Can't see me. If it does find me, though, it's going to destroy that group. I need something to block that one in. I'm just stretched too thin. Yeah, we're getting pretty reasonable attacks with that. Can't do anything there. I'll just quickly go through the other forces that we have available. That one, I don't want to do that one just yet. That one, I'm just going to leave that one back where it is. I won't attack this one, even though I'm getting good effects. They're going to keep on trying to bomb this particular group. Would have loved to have been able to strengthen that one at this point in time. Okay, so I think we'll leave that one where that is as well. We've still got this group. I was wanting to bring that one across to sort of weaken some of the others. Maybe I'd take it into here. That way we can get... At least we can start the process. It's down to 5. Yeah, I won't risk it. I'll just keep that one where that is. Of course, it's a bad move there. Oh, this one here. The if I leave there, all of these have to run away. And I didn't leave enough. Damn it! I've really screwed this up. I've screwed this up again. Maybe not. Maybe not. If I leave that one where that is, oh no, that's gonna leave. I think still can't get. I'm going to have to just lose it. Which I really don't want to. Damn it. Survivor. As long as this unit has more than 1 strength, it will always be okay. If it's got more than 1, it's got 2. So we will survive the next attack. All right, done. Done. We'll take that. Leave that one back where that is. And I will leave that one just where that is as well. And similarly there. Can't do anything again. This is one of these ones that sort of lost its move. Leave that one where that is. In fact, I could move. It's somewhat BF 109. I've already fired with that one. Is there anyone else we want to sit on top of to protect them? And it would be this one here, I think. Or this one, which has already got planes over the top of them. I need to protect things. I'm just going to go and do a sortie like over here just to try to protect this grouping. This is going to be exposed and going to be hit pretty hard. Yeah, I'll leave that one where that is. The Stuka as well. This one's at full strength. Yep, I'm not going to do that. It's going to suffer too much. I don't know why I can't get there. It's sort of showing that I can, and then I'm going to do good damage. I might just protect this unit. Just fly the Stukas over the top. Let them be a bit of a target before the aircraft that one there is. So we'll leave that one where that is. These guys are in a bad way, so I'm going to move them back. Just take them out of the fight. Right. Now that's okay. Because we can now bounce back in, take this, get the 50 from here. Done. So plus 50 for that. Now we should be able to do fairly good against this one. So we've got twos there. We've still got a big group of aircraft there, unfortunately. I can weaken these quite a bit. Start to bring this one down. This is going to draw them out. Actually, I won't do that. I will move it down into here. Just keep it a long way away from these other forces. Now this one here, we do need to get this guy leveled up a little bit, so we can get another +4 there for 161. I will do that for him, just to get the survivability back in. Need to free these forces up. This is my Dornier. I'll leave that one where that is. The Stukas. That's good. So we'll wipe that one out a little bit. I'm going to need to move this one back out of here. Just to keep it so it can still keep on surviving. Now let's have a look. Let's have a look. I really need to destroy this as much as I possibly can. I can also overrun this guy as well. I think I'd prefer to be getting this base destroyed. I'm not going to get an overrun here. I have to come back and rethink that one, I think. So that one's going to be very easy now to overrun. Let's just move this one back out of the way. At 4, it's getting a little bit too risky. That should get rid of it. There we go. Another 100. We're going to need this one down to start clearing out some of these other areas. I think they can see us in there, so we'll move this one down into here. Just to keep it in the woods, which will protect it a little bit. Then we can bring that into Dijon next turn. Yeah, this is encircled. Not that it matters much. This one's already had its attack, so I'm just going to now move this one down as well. That one can't do anything. Okay, that one's now moved. Oh, hang on, I don't have a... Oh, yes, it did work. Okay. So I didn't think it dropped its bombs, but it did, didn't it? Yeah, there we go. Good. So it's doing the carpet bombing, and we did get rid of one more ammo. It's down to 2. It's down to 1. Okay, we'll get that one next. It's down to 0 ammo, so it no longer has any real attacks. This bridging engineer. Got to think about where we do this. The best will be a little bit further in. Now, how many other airfields are there? Should be another big one back at the back here. There's one up here. All right, so let's just go and see if we can take this airfield. It's going to force them to come back out. Now, who have we got over here? These are the Chasseurs Alpines. So that's their Alpine forces coming up. Again, I just need to make sure that this thing stays right out of harm's way. So having seen that we've now got that, and we know that there's more Alpine forces back in through here as well. Where can you get to? I'm going to move that onto there because it can sort of sit there, no real problem. It's I eventually want to get that into there so I can then get across in behind these areas. That'll be fairly important. Yeah, God, our forces are really, really weak. Okay, we'll leave that one where that is. I won't attack, I'm just going to leave that one there. Okay, this group can march off, but we don't want it to just yet. This one I can upgrade, get it ready for 147, but I think I'll just see what else we have available. I'm just going to keep that one where that is. There's not a lot I can do there. Let's just re-encircle this one. What we're doing is just reducing it. It would be great if I could use that against this one. Alright, so that one just stays where it is. Now we've got these 109s. Again, I don't know if I really need them for the rest of this fight. Elite replacements. I'm only going to get another +5. You know, this would help. It would help to have that. It's only 82. Yeah, I'll do that. We'll get that one up. These Stukas as well. 112 for that. I think I'll just leave them where they are. These 109s here as well. I can sort of start to take the fight on. I think what I'll do is I will actually up this one as well. Get that one back up to full strength. All right. Okay, that's all we can do that turn. Okay, they're going back to Metz now. And they did come out. Now, hold... Oh, no. No, 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 no. I really needed that. I needed that for that last assault. I've only got 5 turns. We're going to run out of time again. I don't know what to do about that. That's not good. Yeah, they didn't come out of there, did they? You know, I think I'm going to have to up this one and wait for the assault to go back in. Just do an overrun here. And there's still forces on there, so I can't take that. Yeah, so we can't do anything else there. And I can't do much with this one either. Okay, well, let's get that one ready to bring it a bit further down. Now destroy this. It's got no more ammo. And it is surrounded. God, it's holding on. He's holding on. Overrun? No, we didn't. We didn't. Okay, so we've now got captured another 127. I've sort of been nursing this one for so long. I'm just going to get it a little bit more survivable. Yeah, running out of time though, which is a real problem. Get one extra there. At this stage, I'm just going to take whatever I can. Down to one more point of prestige. Hi Cushion Gaming and anybody else that's joined us. I can see there's, don't think there's been any real questions there for me. If anyone's got any questions about the game or anything at all, then please sing out. Okay, so we've got that one back in here. This has been a really hard fight. Go next. No point doing anything there. That one's too weak, so we'll leave that one where that is. This one's going to be a bit of a blockading force for when we go after Metz. Now I've got this one here, which we can start to move forward. Bring this one down just to lend support. We're going to have to mask certain areas and then take over other areas. So we've only got 5 turns. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. Not going to attack with that one. You better start bringing this one forward. Yeah, can't do anything. Can't do anything either. Actually, yes, it can. No, it can't. Oh, it's raining, that's why. Okay, so we just can't do anything with these guys. Leave them where they are. Alright, at least with the rain being here, it means that they're not going to be able to attack with their aircraft either. So we'll end our turn there. Oh good, they've come out. Okay, now we've got this one that can now start to come back through. We can encircle this one. It's still got you've got 3 or 4 ammo left. It's now sunny. We've overrun this. Now this means that these 2 planes are now going to be not destroyed, but they're going to have to go off to Metz because these are carpet bombers. So we'll take that airfield. I could keep on attacking. I'll just get as much damage in here as possible. We'll do the same. You're going to be wanting to come back up this other side. Let's surround this one. Let's use the same forces again. So that's now encircled. Now the aircraft will start to come back in from these other airfields. So there's no real need to keep it down this side. So let's go and move this one across to here. Just get the anti-air set up over this other area. Now they came out to here. Oh, hang on. Control Z, Control Z. We will take that. Take up the opportunities when they come. So at least we're back over this side now. So we've got their fighter craft are coming from this zone, which means they won't really be able to attack much other than the stuff that's back in through the middle here. So we've pretty much now wiped out their air forces. Okay, these guys gained a star, the Dorniers. They're now getting a bit more elite. Now we've taken this one down. It's still entrenched very, very high. It's got 2 or 4 ammo left. This thing's going to be hit pretty hard. Just going to hope that we can survive that. Bring that one down. Stukas. I need to rebase across here to bring them back into the fight. So there's really not much for them to do. I could bring them into here. This will then give me the attacks down this other side. We're not going to be losing this anymore, so let's just go across and rebase, which is N. So we'll just come in hot on the tails. Now, these guys are going to have to go off and rebase. I can destroy both of, or either one of these, really. I can't do much else. I mean, I could try to protect against that one, but I think we will go and destroy one of these. Good, it's less aircraft. And rebase again down to here. Oh, we get the shot. I didn't realise you could do that. Look, if that's the case, I don't know if we can actually do sorties. Oh, maybe we'll still leave the other one back where it is. That should be okay. Okay, so we've wiped out the those two bombers. This guy here, no real point doing the attack. Same there. Do have a fair bit that we can now get up to. Can we see what's down this way? All right, nothing there. We'll take that. It gives us even more. So we're now getting 281 prestige. There may still be more on this other side that we're going to need to sort of mask as well. So we've still got those mountain troops. And we've just got some armoured cars in there. Okay. Just move that. That should be then out of the viewing range for both of those. How close are we going to get? I don't know if we're going to be able to get Mets in time. I think we've suffered a bit too much of a damage back in through there. So just go back to the next unit. I don't really want to risk too much with this particular one. I think I'll just keep that one where that is. Yeah, this one we've got 6, so I can start to make better use of this one. Let's move it up and across, get it into the other fight. Now this Stuka is really just not going to be part of the fight anymore, so I'll leave that one back out. We've got a fair bit that we've got now spent up there, so we've got a couple of turns. Come on, hold on, hold on. Yep, that's okay. This one here has still got 2 ammo. We can start to do some good damage in here. $400 to spend at the moment. Now this one mustn't have, yeah, it's now lost its ability to fight. So I'm just going to move it back so we can then repair it. You've got one back there. So we did a good attack into there. Yeah, we've still got 1 ammo left. This one here I'm going to have to improve. So I'll get that one hooked up. This one is down to 4 ammo. All I have to do is mask that. I don't need to spend too much effort with what we're doing in there. Need to move these across. This one needs to move down and into the getting ready for defending these other zones. So we've still got the aircraft have come back down to fight there. Now we've got our Stukas and our 109s. do 3 versus 3, which I think is still worth doing. There we go. We've got an aerial ace. Award ceremony has been decorated with aerial ace level 1. So +1 to air attacks. That's good. So he's down to 5. That one's down to 5. That's going to just weaken them off quite nicely. We've got our Stukas back in through here, which we can start to... God, who are we going to go after? I'll just try to do some damage. Hang on. Why didn't that one work? It does have the ability... Actually, I'll go after this one. We want this one leveled up. You know, actually, I'm just going to take that one back. I should be softening it up first. Still got one attack. I didn't have an attack. All right. So we'll claim that. Now, they may come back into there. I don't know if any of these have got more moves. Prefer to sort of get this one back up and around, but then this one will just then walk in and get rid of all of our aircraft. So I think I've sort of got to keep that one where that is. I'm going to go and move this one into here. Let's whittle that one down. This one here I'm going to keep on improving. Spend the less amount, so I've still got 79 to spend. Okay, so we'll leave that one where that is. God, I'm going to do it in 3 turns. Still got to take this one on. We're close here. Need to mask that other one. Leave that one where that is. There's nothing much to be done there. This 109. Can't quite reach that one. That's a shame. I might even rebase to here, just so I can actually then make use of it. Because I think I'm going to need them. I'm just going to risk that they don't come and take this. I mean, we don't lose the aircraft. It just goes back, but it's pretty useless where it is at the moment. It's going to be cloudy next turn, which it could still fly, but it just won't be as effective. Which will still be okay. We've got the Dornier as well. I can't rebase to there, that's too small an airfield. But I can rebase to this. Alright, next. Leave that one back there. Alright, done. Okay. Oh, we're in the line there. Turn 18, not good, not good. Now I can wipe this one out, finally. Okay, that's good, that's them out of the way. Oops, hang on. Don't need to do that. Good, we'll have that one pretty soon. This group we can start to go after fairly soon as well. the elite replacements for that. Let's circle this one. Okay, that group has been wiped out. Now, Beskedon, can we do that in the time? Oh, this one doesn't get an attack this turn. Damn it. Okay, I'm going to wipe that one out. Need to wipe this one out before I go anywhere. Okay, I'll take these. I can just do that with one of these Panzer IVs. Yeah, we do have overrun. So I'll just position that one back on the road. Get this one ready to come in. I think we're going to get this one okay. Now, what have we got left? Just got Mets really at the top. Can we get enough forces north? Let's bring them up. Get as many up there as we can. Another +1, which won't really cut it. Okay, so we'll leave them where they are. So, Zed. Get across this bridge now. That was good. Alright. That one where that is. I'm just going to leave them where they are. There's nothing to be gained by attacking those. Go back to the safety of this city. Still get away from those, then we'll attack this again next turn. Although, hang on, if I leave that one there, I can still then march in. So we'll leave it there. Alright, so then we can go after Metz. We can then start to bring this one down to the other side, get it surrounded, and then start to sort of reduce it. Will we do it in time? It's going to be really, really close. It's only got 2 points, this one. Just move it back up and around. Actually, that's not going to be the right spot. Oh, no, we can still do that. Still do that. We'll take that up to there. Okay, so we're moving this one up. This one really doesn't have much of a role to play anymore. I think we'll just position it in there now. It's 109, doesn't have much else to do either. It's going to be mainly good against infantry, and I can't quite reach the others, so we'll rebase across to here. Just using the keyboard shortcuts, which is N. I don't know what N would be, why that would be a keyboard shortcut, but anyway. Oops, hang on. Press the wrong button. Just get that stats panel out there. Next. Yeah, it doesn't have an attack anyway, so I'll just leave that one where that is. So Z. These Stuka. Better rebase to here as well. Okay, next. The one where that is, and we're ready to go. So this is now turn 19 coming up. Now we'll be able to wipe that out with the forces that will be coming back the other way. We've got this group coming into here. We're going to do big damage against this because it's a pioneer unit. So we'll get this one, no problem at all. So we stand next to the engineer, get the extra bonuses. Geez, we didn't quite get it. Get that one back. Bring that one down. This thing's still going to be smashed by the others. We have to be a bit careful of that one. We're running out of time, that's the trouble. The Stuka's not going to do anything there. I can kill that one off with a Stuka. Probably kill that off with just about anything. Yeah, I can. Alright, so the Messerschmitts have taken that one on. And that one's up there, that's okay. Well, I'll get that one next turn, so I don't need to worry about this at all. Let's just bring these forward. Back in behind. Oops, better not do that. Otherwise these things will destroy it. I don't think it's going to be able to do too much, so let's just go and get this replaced. Just start to get a few of these things healed up. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it in 2 turns. Metz is going to elude me, I think. Everything else will be okay. We got close. Okay, next. 109. Again, it's just not going to do any real damage. Just leave it where it is. Stuka. Technically, it should do something. To stop these things from being such a pain when we're trying to take over Metz, I think. Okay, so we'll leave that one where that is. Leave that one where that is. Dornier. Should have done that before he did these other attacks. We would have had it. We would have had it. Okay. Well, okay. Last turn. We're not going to do this. We're not going to make it. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. That one's too weak. I'm going to have to. I can't fight with that one. None of them Really, I didn't quite get there. Didn't quite get it. Can't surround it until we get this one up into there anyway. So we've got that one. That's way too weak now, so I will just try to get that one up. Unless we've somehow got one more turn, which I don't think we do. Okay. So Cygnus is saying, for me, those ME109s are hard to see even with the yellow on their nose. What's the difference? So that's a Stuka. They're the 109s. Yeah, I find them. Actually, I get you. I mean, just literally on the very, very top, very front. The Stukas don't have it. Yeah, I find you're right. I really struggle to pick between the different craft. The Stuka. It's not going to do anything. Okay, so we'll leave that one where that is. This is cool. Having the high ground gives me even more range, which makes these sorts of things really quite important. So I get extra range with that as well. Not that this is an important battle at all. Even this one can't do anything really. Can't reach there. I could rebase. Do that with the Dornier. Okay, I think this is the end. Defeat again. God. Even this is the second time we've lost this one. I'm just going to click on continue because I don't want to play it a third time. We don't want to do that. I don't think. I could change the difficulty and bring it down. I feel that the difficulty is close to where I am. I'm just going to go continue and see what happens. Hang on, what's it doing? What's it doing? Okay, back there. I guess I have to replay it. I've got no choice. Well, looks like we're going to be doing this one again. What I think I might do is I'll get it started again. Unless there's something else, I've only got half an hour. So if there's something that you guys want to see in half an hour, we could do that. Like, one of the other sort of campaigns, or because this will be now the third time. What I think I might do is I might, for the next session, which is going to be in a week's time, I'll probably play through a little bit of this one privately. I might change the difficulty level back down, just go down to kernel level. Default difficulty level without any changes to base game balance. Good starting point for most fans of wargaming genre. I went for general, so slightly more challenging level intended for veterans of Panzer Corps 2, Panzer Corps series who have just started their career in Panzer Corps 2. I sort of thought, yeah, that would be okay. It's the lack of prestige is what's killed me off, that 30% prestige. Wish you could actually tweak that. Make it minus 10% or something like this. Might have to change that one back. Okay, we'll go that way. And really, I'm going to have to replay that mission. So I'm going to have to come back into that. So restart the scenario, yes. But we'll be going in with a slightly lower aspect to it. But if there's something you'd like to sort of see before I continue on with this, sing out, guys. Like if you want to have a look and see how some of the other campaigns, maybe we'll even just do that. I'll just get this thing started so at least I've got it ready. Just end the briefing. And actually, one thing I didn't do was I don't think I actually put my heroes into anything as well. I think I had like some heroes that could have gone in there. I'll save this game. Call this one. Hang on. That's just going to be Dijon Twitch. Attempt 3. Alright, so I'll save that one there. So I'll come back and play that one. As I'm thinking with half an hour, we're not going to get much done in half an hour. So rather than just keep on replaying the same battle over and over, I think what we might just do is have another look at one of the other campaigns. So we'll save that. We'll go back out to the main menu. I mean, even if you wanted to see the level editor, that's something we could certainly do in that sort of time frame to have a bit of a look and see how that works. I haven't played much with that, but it's pretty impressive. So if there's anything, as I say, if you've got something that you want to be having a look at, then just sing out because you can certainly sort of do it. I think there's an embargo which I think lifts today. I think. So, so I think I can pretty much sort of show just about anything that's actually in here. So as far as new games are concerned, if we go back to other campaigns, for example, so we've got like, I always like North Africa, I've got to say, I do really like this one. I haven't played the campaign with this yet, but it's a theatre of the war that I always really sort of enjoyed reading about. So having a look at another campaign, so okay, should we have a look at North Africa, just sort of see how this one works? I will go with the with my new difficulty level of Colonel. I can't take on General and another one. I'll just play this one. By the way, for the next session, we don't have to go and Romulism, says Camastar. We can just continue on with this one if we decided to as well. So it's really up to you guys as to what you want to see. I really don't mind. Here we go. Now, this is the big problem that I made for myself. I'll do the same name again. This time we'll actually change things up. This is really cool, actually, what actually happens through here. So we'll go with... doesn't matter who we go with. There's a Romilly-looking guy. Probably about the closest, but he doesn't really look the same. A few unknowns. I'll just go back to the original. That'll be all right. So I've got two selections that I can actually now make on this thing. So and what I did poorly last time was I randomized. And what we ended up with was, what did we end up with? One of these, Fear of the Unknown, Slow Modernization. It was one of these down here. Poor ground control, cardiac fire, spend 2 points of ammo on each stack instead of 1. Poor maintenance. Yeah, so due to breakdowns, units randomly lose movement points and attack actions at the beginning of each turn. That was horrific. That was horrific. It cost me -2. Like, it was a really bad one to get. And I should have, even with the randomization, I shouldn't have just gone randomized done. I should have really, really made doubly sure that I was getting what I wanted to. You'd be better off going with nothing than going with poor maintenance. I would strongly suggest never ever pick that. And that's probably been it's really hindered our ability to attack at important times, which has been a really big problem. Delayed reinforcements, cannot use replacements in the middle of the battle. I'd hardly ever use that anyway. In fact, I haven't used that at all because I haven't had enough units. So that would be something where that would be an easy 2 points for me because I haven't used it. Green Army, that's elite replacements are limited to 3 times per mission. Yeah, wouldn't want that one. Retrograde, so gets new equipment 6 months later than normal. Yeah, it's been bad. It's been a really bad one through the series because I was confused as to why I couldn't attack so many times as well until I figured out that's what it was. Cannot purchase air units. No, I definitely don't want to do that. No overstrength. No, don't want any of those things. Got bad luck. Combat results will never be better than predicted. Okay, that's no good. Trench slog. So I'm just seeing if we can get any more forces. Okay, so can upgrade no more than 3 units per mission. Transport upgrades and overstrength do not account. Okay, that's actually something that we could look at. I don't know if I'd actually ever be really doing more than 3 per mission. It gives me another 2 as well. Fear of the unknown. Cannot order to units to move through the fog of war. No, we'll need that. So bad luck. I think what we could do is go with the delayed reinforcements. That's going to give us 4 points to then spend over here. Perimeter control. So friendly units in hex cancels enemy zone of control in that hex. Okay, that would give us better movement around enemy units. Anti-air veteran, killer team. Starts the game with 3 additional heroes. That wouldn't be too bad. That's for 2. Flexible command. So splitting units does not... I didn't do that in the last playthrough. I didn't want to weaken my forces too much. Deadly grasp. So encircled enemy units suffer 2 times penalties. Yep, we'll get that one. Trophies of war. So get 2 times more captured equipment and 2 times more prestige when forcing enemy units to surrender. Auxiliary force back and through here. Get additional auxiliary slots in every battle, equal to 50% from available core slots. Battle Academy. I don't think we saw any auxiliary forces that came into the fights that we actually had, so I wouldn't bother with that one. Battle Academy, so 25% experience growth rate. It's 2. All tanks get +1 movement points and cross minor rivers even more easily. That has been fairly good. We wouldn't need that in this particular campaign, though, I don't think. Operational initiative. All units getting +4, +3, +2 initiative on their first 3 turns, and +1 on all subsequent turns. So deep recon. Map around all primary objectives is permanently revealed. Okay, that's all right. Liberator, +50% prestige for capturing flags. Bang, done. So what have we got left? 1 more point. Industry connections. Get 15 or 20 random prototypes in every mission, except the first. I don't know how that would actually kick in. Flexible command. No. I think we might go this one. All right, let's just leave it that way. So this is a much more considered start. This should be a little bit better than the last time. That last one, that was so bad. Such a bad one to actually get. It was just terrible. Anything else would have been better than that, I think. Anyway, we'll accept this.
So, with the end of your extended leave in Germany, you've decided to come join us in Africa, have you?
I hope you can hear that okay.
Well, Herr General, I hope you scraped the rust off your panzers and are ready for action once again. Our Italian friends are in trouble and we're moving in to assist. A fellow veteran of your campaign in France, newly promoted General Lieutenant Rommel, has some intriguing ideas I want to share with you. Rather than just hold the line here, Rommel has suggested a reconnaissance in force. To probe the state of the British forces, yeah?
Okay.
Here, make contact with the leading British elements and see just how strong or weak their grip on the desert really is. Should you only encounter limited enemy resistance, perhaps a detour to Benghazi would not be out of the question. Be warned that the African desert is a wide open and hostile place, offering little cover outside of scattered towns and villages clustered around the occasional oasis. So plan your forces accordingly. Depending on the strength of resistance you encounter, I'd like to see if you can scout all the way to the outskirts of Tobruk, here and here. Once your mission is completed, report back to me directly. I will handle any objections from Italian Commando Supremo. But the more successful your recon mission, the easier that would be for me. Do make my life easy for once, Herr General. Dismissed.
All right, so there was a question that was put there by Serio saying, can you customize your units with camo and such, right? And so Iliug is saying, yes, and insignia as well. I didn't know that, actually. I didn't know that. So if we have a look at these, Panzer 2s, actually the Panzer 2s are going to be pretty useless. Panzer 3s are great. Panzer 2s, I don't know if we can, we've got 1,300 to spend, we've got 72 back up through this side. If we just go across, let's just go and remove that from the battle. Can we upgrade? I don't think we can. I think we're stuck with that Panzer 2. Panzer 3Hs now that are now available as well. They've got pretty good forces actually where we are. Just bring that one back in again. Oh, there we go. Upgrade. Okay, so we can actually upgrade this. Okay, so it is different stuff that's coming through this side. We've got a fair few Panzer 3s. Just wonder if we don't go with a Panzer 4E. Just get more of sort of like an anti-infantry type tank. And we can see the difference when if I click on that. You can then sort of have a bit of a comparison. So it's going to cost me, I'm just looking at the differences there, we can do much better anti-infantry and also anti-tank as well. Plus we've got better ground defense. And it still takes up the same number of slots. So I think we'll upgrade this one straight away. I don't have that many slots available to me. So let's just upgrade that guy. So we've now got a Panzer 4E. What else did we have? We actually had, from the deployed units, we've got a 3G. Now this one here is a, this one I think, if we have a look at this, we can't upgrade that one. This is one of the Allies tanks, one of the Italian Allies, so we're stuck with that one as well. Only got one armoured car. Definitely going to need more than that. Yeah, and I'll leave them off. Cancel that one. So we're going to need a second one of those. So we'll just go across at the recon. So we've got the 232s. I'll go with another one of those. It's going to take up another 3 slots. This one only takes up 2. As does this one. What's the difference? If you just hover over that one. Does a lot less damage against infantry. Same against tanks. It's got less protection as well. Look, I think I'll go with the higher protection. These are absolutely critical, so I'm going to purchase one of those. Okay, so we've got that one. Actually, we can just keep on adding to the basket. We're up to 67 now, so I've only got a couple more points left. Now, I should just do another quick look at what we have available. We've got anti-tank. We've got one anti-tank. 4 artillery. We do have anti-aircraft, the 88. So we've got 188. That should be enough. Now, as far as the aircraft is concerned, we've got one Heinkel, Heinkel H2. What is that one? Got one strategic bomber as well. Actually, sorry, we've got the 2 tactical bombers and 2 fighters. I think we're going to need more of that as well. I won't need any more than the Heinkel. That will actually be enough. The others, though, go with this one. What's that one going to do? That's another Dornier. So what's the difference there? Does a lot more damage than the Heinkel. It's worse against shipping, which we don't really need, I don't think. Although there are ships, there would be ships in this particular one. So PS 357 is saying, the Flying Spade. Which one's the Flying Spade? I've never heard of that term, actually. The Heinkel. Okay, that's called the Flying Spade. I've never heard that. Okay, there you go. So do we want to bother? I don't think I'll bother with that one. Then we've got the new brand of Stuka. The 87R. So what's the difference there? Not a hell of a lot, actually. So I won't worry about those. So we're just really coming into the BF 109s, more Messerschmitts. Yeah, I don't know whether to use this one or not. It's just going to do slightly better anti-air. That's about it, really. It can certainly help, but yeah, artillery is always good. Get a Stug if we wanted to. We've got anti-air through here again as well. I mean, we've got the 88. I don't really need another one of these, I don't think. Does the 88 that we have, does it actually have... Let's just close it for a second. Just do a bit more of an evaluation. Yeah, okay, the anti-aircraft does actually have movement. We've got enough there, I think. Just got so much more to spend. I think I will grab myself another fighter. Probably another anti-tank as well. Let's just go and throw a few more of these into position. Just so we know that what's actually... So when we're looking back at this one, we can see exactly what we've got. So 2 recons should be enough, I think. Actually, maybe just more infantry. What have we got? We've got Bersaglieri. This will be the Italian forces. We've got ourselves Grenadiers, Italian infantry, 1 pioneer, 2 Wehr infantry back in through there. Let's go and spend the rest of this on infantry, I think. So we'll go back across to our infantry, back up through this side. Mountain troops could be useful. Back in through here. So Alpine troops, +4 attack and +4 defense in hills and mountains. We're going to have a bit of that across different areas. The parachutist troops, probably not so much. I do like the idea of getting these. That's going to be 3, then +1 for the... I don't know if we want to worry about this one here. What have we got left? We've got basically got 5 points. Pioneer. If I grab another Pioneer, that's going to really help me just dislodge territory. Or I can just go back with something sort of fairly simple. The Bridge Pioneer we're not going to need in this one, I don't think. Yeah, I just don't have quite what I need. If I get that one, I'm going to definitely need to get one of these with it. It'll then sort of chew up all of the rest of the space. Look, I think I might do that. The Pioneers are really there to sort of dislodge stuff, so we'll go with one of those. We'll purchase one of those. That gets us right up to the limit. And so we'll go and move them in. We don't need to use them initially until we're sort of going after these sort of centres sort of later in the game. So let's have a quick look and see where we are with everything. We've got armoured cars back out through here. We've got, now where's our anti-tank? Down there. Yeah, no, we should be okay. All right, let's go with this. We'll get started. So, deployment phase, we're done. So Sergeant Z-Dog is saying, are the Nebels just different? Don't behave any differently? I'm not sure. Oh no, we've got a crash. We have got a crash. I'll send and close. I'll send and restart. See if we can get that one back again. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. As I say, it's still 1 week to go before it actually comes back in. We'll just go back and see if that will load in. Just try that again. Load it. It's funny, the difficulty's gone right back to there. See where we end up. Come on, load. Doesn't want to play. Yeah, there's something weird there. Yeah, no, it's screwed up. Okay, so sorry about that. We've that is completely screwed up. So, would you like to look at the editor? We could look at that. I could show that one off. We've only got 15 minutes, so I'm not going to really be able to get another game started in that time frame. So we can just go back to the editor. I can click that one open, and I'll just get it maximized and then share the screen just so you guys can sort of see it. There we go. So this is the actual editor in here itself. So I thought I'd just show this because this one, at least we can then just finish it off with the way that this one does sort of work. So the way it works is it's sort of fairly simple. Like you can just place your terrain back in through here. You can sort of go like File, New, and just give it whatever width you actually want to have. So for example, if we just go make it a 20 by 20 sort of map, just go OK. We can then sort of have like you're just painting basically. It sort of becomes fairly sort of simple. For me, the big thing I really like about this though is that you can actually get a random map up and running extremely fast. So you can actually sort of rather than do all that, you can just go across to Tools. You can go to Random Map and then set up your random maps in here as well. So you can actually do that one through the various things. This one has Archipelago, which is actually not part of the base game at this stage. I'll click on that one. No, it doesn't want to play. Why is that? There we go. So Archipelago, the map size medium, mission type free for all. You've got your number of players, number of human players. You can sort of have your different densities in through here as well. These aren't working yet. The tooltips, I don't know why. So I think there's still some work to be done in these as well. Number of cities, you can just leave it all on defaults if you wanted to. So that's that. You've got your factions, so you can sort of decide, okay, we'll play as the Germans. It's weird. If you click the down arrow, you can't click anything. If you click the actual name, you can. So there are a few little things again with just it's a bit clunky with what's going on. And then scenario, you've got your difficulty. This is where I would love to have a limit for the time, and I don't know why it's not part of this. Also, the deployment doesn't seem to work. Like it says in through here, % of units deployed, pre-deployed by random map generator. So, but it doesn't seem to sort of really kick in. So there's a few things here that aren't working yet. PS is saying, can you go nuts and do an allied versus allied fight? Yes, you can. Yeah, and in fact, you can set it up. You can see the number of factions you can actually put in this. You can have up to 8 factions fighting each other. So you can have them all. Great Britain, etc., all the way through if you wanted to, whatever you wanted to actually sort of have in through here. So, oh, hang on, you're missing a Windows. Hang on, let me just go back to region. Hopefully that will work. Find a screen grab. Just see if that one's working. Sorry, guys. So, yeah, that's picking up that now. Random map. There we go. There we go. So just go through that very quickly. You've got map, factions, and scenario. So this is where things aren't quite fleshed out. So with the map types, you've got the 6 different types in through here plus random. But Archipelago is not part of what you have in the main game. So I don't think that the AI can play well against Archipelago just yet, but it is actually part of this map generator. It used to be part of the main game actually when I first got the beta version of the game to sort of have a bit of a look at. So map size, you've got sort of like from tiny up to a huge or even just random sized. Let's just go with that one. Map type free for all. I'll just get a game started so you can sort of see how it does work. Number of players 2. Factions, I'll just go with Germany and Great Britain. If you, as I said before, if you click these, you can't. Oh, that one did work. it's actually not work. But that wasn't working just before. Scenario difficulty 2. This is where I wish there was more information, more stuff that you can actually set up. You just click on OK, and there's our random map. There's our random map. So it's got that's a lot of units actually. That's a hell of a lot of units. Oh, maybe that's come in with some independence as well. That must be what it is because there's German forces back up the top here. Where's our British forces? Brits are over here somewhere. All right, so that's fine. We can. Damn it! I'll have to do that again. I right-clicked, which deletes. Actually, maybe I can just go Control Z. Control Z. There we go. All right, and so with that one, I can just go File, Save As, and just I'll just call it test map again. So let's just save that one, replace it, and from there I can then just go back into the actual main game again. Just minimize that. Just go back and click on game, and new game scenario, and it should be actually, where is it? Back to menu. I forget where this one actually is. It won't be load game. I haven't done this for quite some months actually. Scenario. I thought it would have been in here. But it's not. It should be test. Advanced. Nope, not there. Oh well. I can't even show that. I might have to restart the game to get it to find the file. I can try that. I don't think it would. It used to work, but I can't remember where. Oh, hang on, random scenario. No, it wouldn't be under there either. No, there's nothing there. Nothing there. Back to menu. Unless it's putting it in the wrong spot. Unless it's actually changed where it's supposed to put it. And because I've been playing it with stuff, it's decided that no, this has to be somewhere completely different. Files, save as. Let's just have a bit of a look and see. Yeah, so that is the right spot for it. Hang on, I'm just going to go back to that area there, so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Panzer Core 2. So it had random map there. That's where I was actually saving it into. But it's not going to be anything in there. Log saves. Yes, that's all the actual save files in there. Actually, that's done a scenario, but that's the test map's not actually sort of, yeah, so it's building everything it needs to. I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure how to get that to play. Again, that may be something that hasn't quite made it back into the game again. I forget how I did play. Actually, no, I remember how I played it. I think I played it from here. I think all it was file play or something like this. Tools, zoom, view. Yeah, play. There we go. So once you've actually built it, you can actually just play it in here. Let's give that a go. Let's give that a go. Oops, hang on. Doesn't want to do that. Hang on, is that working? Yeah, okay. So, yeah, so this is that random map, I think, that we were playing. Although we've got, oh, you know what it's done? It's actually given us a different type of battle. I think this is like one where we end up having to protect. I mean, this is overpowered pretty dramatically badly. But anyway, you get the idea. It's pretty quick and easy to actually sort of set these things up. Oh, this would be an absolute whitewash here. In fact, I don't know what's happened there. Yeah, so there's still some issues, as you can see. We can win this pretty quickly, I think. Just come through. What else can we do? Now, there's the Nebel. Now, what have they got there? It's just artillery. Zoom them across into there. That's about all we're going to do. We'll just end our turn. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. Is that the end of the game? I don't know what's going on there, actually, because it's still... it's free for all. Just something weird has happened here. Oh, I've just got to take all these, I guess. Take the... there we go. Anyway, so the settings that I may have got on this thing weren't all that good. But anyway, we did get a victory to finish this thing off. I'll just go back out again. Just go back into the editor. So, yeah, I don't know what's happened there. If we just go to Tools, Random Map, and just go OK again, that's looking much better. Like, that's much, much better in terms of what it's doing. So that was just a Tools, Random Map. That was continent. Just go random. Just go small. I don't know what happened there with the previous one that we had. I must have set something else up. But yeah, you can certainly sort of fight with anything you like. It's going to be quite powerful, and it is fast to get into it. Like if you sort of set one up that you like with all the different things, you can then tweak what sort of stuff you get if I just click on OK. So we've now got a small. Actually, this one has now come back in again with even more forces. We've got US forces. I don't know what's happened there. British forces back over this side, and another German forces up that way. So if we play this one. Just let it kick back in again. Yeah, the game does some weird stuff at this stage. Hi 79, and hello anybody else that has joined us. We're down to our last 4 minutes. Just waiting for this thing to kick back across. There we go. Yeah, so this one is playing where we've got the different areas, but you can see that the actual maps themselves are really, really solid. Got British down there, yep, American. So this is a free-for-all. Lots of British. There's us up the top through here. The one thing I would love to see in this would be to actually have the forces constrained to a date, rather than, because you can end up with some really, really powerful units like this Jag Tiger in through here, which I'm not sure which part of the year that one comes from. I don't think it'll tell us in here, actually. There won't be any information. But there's some sort of, yeah, you end up with late game units and early game units as well. But just go ahead and see that one. We should get 50. No prestige. Once again, you can just set everything up however you sort of need to have it. But it's very, very solid. Like it's this is looking really, really good. Except for that crash that we had. So what are the half circles? That's supply, I think. I think that's what these. You mean these sorts of things? Okay, so PS is saying, is that the mouse? The mouse is the biggest one. This one here. Oh, it is too. It is. This guy here. Soft attack against, like this is 22, 34 attack. This is what I mean. Like this is way, way overpowered when you look at this. You compare, you've got these sorts of forces. Yeah, so Sergeant Dog is saying that, yeah, some objectives have half circle. My understanding with the half circles is that is a, actually, maybe it's not supply. Maybe that's supply. This would be, actually, that's still a half circle there. Yeah, half circles. Where's not a half circle? Yeah, don't know. But yeah, this is the one thing with this. It's sort of, I think the game expects you to micromanage what the actual forces are that do come through. Yeah, 32 ground defense as well. This is the best of the tanks in the game. I don't know if there's anything better than that. I did have a look at the other different factions as well, just to sort of see if there was anything that compared. I wrote it down somewhere actually because I was trying to sort of figure out, like, you know, what you'd need to have an incredible battle. And yeah, you can see there the ground defense is just through the absolute ceiling. It costs 1,000 prestige. That's, I guess, the one thing. So it costs a hell of a lot of prestige. But I would love the game if the random maps at the moment aren't really fleshed out enough to be great. 79 saying half circle equals need to occupy till half time. No, not really. No, it's something to do with supply. I think it's sort of it's got its own supply, or it's a supply source, or something along those lines. But I can't remember exactly how that does kick in. Anyway, guys, so we have now run out of time pretty much. So I will leave it here unless there's any other questions. So I'll just keep it running just for a couple more seconds to see if you have any other questions that you want answered. Certainly happy to you know, sort of give you any information. As I say, there's still some areas of the game which are a little bit sort of rough around the edges, like when we look at it. But the overall the game mechanics are good. They're excellent. It's a fun game. The map building is great. The random maps still need a little bit of work. I would love to be able to limit by date and also, actually be able to have the player come back in and actually select their own forces. So 79 is saying, look, when will there be another stream? And will you stream on your channel? When the random maps are polished, I will then certainly be covering it in a lot more depth on my own channel. So that will be one thing. I think I'm scheduled to do at the same time next week again as well after launch. So I'll be here in 7 days' time again. And I'm also going to be on Slytherin midweek doing another stream for there's a DLC pack coming for Field of Glory Empires, and so I'll be doing a bit of an intro into that one as well at sometime midweek. So I'm looking forward to that as well. But anyway, this is, as I say, a really, really good game. It still needs a little bit of work in some areas, like with the random maps. And the random maps really are the area that I'm really, really excited about with this game. It was when they, because I never really covered Panzer Corps much at all. I've had it, and I've had versions of it for quite some time, but it just, without the random maps, it sort of didn't really suit me. But this is great. So Chemistar is saying, Fog of War Empires DLC. Oops, maybe I shouldn't have said anything. Because I didn't even know about it. I didn't know about it until they said, are you available to do it? And I said, oh, yes. You didn't hear it from me, guys. It's not recorded or anything. It's coming up in just a few days. It probably should be in the schedules, I would have thought. Anyway, guys, I've run out of time, so I'm going to have to leave it there. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.